door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Sabre Zone.
Hi folks, welcome to the Sabre Zone. This is a video on this channel, if you're new here, that discusses and talks about what you said. And I found a clip. And here we go. Here comes the clip. And the shout out goes to Audrey Malice 2478. And she goes, Wayne, excellent work. Thank you, Audrey. I haven't been working much lately. I haven't been up, unless you're talking about my painting. I appreciate the thumbs up there. Tremendous night for the Sabres and us fans. I believe we have reasons to be encouraged that this team has a very promising future. And ownership just might have the right management in place to allow this team to be sustainable for the present and the future. Good point, Audrey. Absolutely. I totally agree with this, because isn't this what we were lacking, Audrey, for how long? How long? You know, we had Tim Murray, who had the personality of a hockey puck, honestly, who drove me nuts. And he's always trying to be special and different, and that drove me crazy. And then you had Botterill, who just whined and complained, I thought, about we have a losing culture. Well, do something about it. That's why you got hired. Don't talk about it, do something. So, whereas Kevin Adams came in and he was just kind of chill and thrilled to have this opportunity and this job. And I think that was the approach that we needed, was a guy that's just pretty chill. I'm pretty sure he's friendly with everybody, including not just the players, but everybody. I'm sure the maintenance people in the building probably say, Kevin, how's it going? And he says, hey, good morning. You know, like, I'm sure that's the way he is. So if I was to break that down, what you said, yeah, you know, it's not, we don't just want, like let's go with the 10-game winning streak some years back, and what was it, 2018, right? We had that 10-game winning streak. Everything looked promising. Everything looked like it was moving in the right direction. But was it? No. This happened. We died a slow death the rest of the season, and here's what bothered me the most. Botterill just stood around and let it happen. He didn't do nothing. He didn't make a trade. Back then, you know, you can make trades. It's not like now where we're in an all-in rebuild this time. This time it's like we're keeping our pieces, all that stuff, right? But back then we weren't really doing that. All he did was talk about how great Casey Middlestat was and do nothing to improve the team. That's what he was doing, Botterill, back then. And when we had that 10-game winning streak, and then we started dying that slow death, you know, I felt kind of bad for Housley as being the fall guy. I did. And it was, in my opinion, it was Botterill sucking as a GM, because he just didn't do anything. Unless he was pressured by ownership, he would go and make stupid moves like trading first-round picks for Montour. Just dumb, boneheaded mistakes, I thought. And then we got this guy who logically, right from the beginning, told all of us, and Adams did, it's going to take time, it's going to take some pain, it's going to take some effort, and we're sticking with the plan. And that's what he just said right from day one. We're sticking with the plan, and that's the way we should do it. Really, stick with the plan regardless of what the fans think, regardless of what the owner thinks. Do your job right, and don't care about anything else. And I think that's what Adams has done. I really do. I know the wins and losses don't show it yet, but the product in the ice, in my opinion, Audrey, it does. We see a much more fun team to watch now. I mean, that team that we had, that slow death team under Housley, it was painful to watch at the end. I mean, Skinner was doing nothing by the end of the year. Now, I think he scored the last game of the year or something, or the last 2 games or something. We needed him not to score, and he did. I remember, I think it was against Detroit. And we needed to lose that game, because by that point, I just wanted to get the highest pick possible. I didn't care anymore about the season. Season was done. And I think we won out our last 2 games. I was so frustrated. I was so mad with that team that year. Oh my God. But that 10-game winning streak, I believe we had 6 that we won in extra time. So for me, really, it was a 4-game winning streak with 6 ties, you know? Like, how many did we win in regulation? And at least Botterill was honest about that, I remember. He did bring that up. That I recall in an interview. He said, yeah, but, you know, like, and he was dead on right about that. But to change the culture, he never really applied himself to do that. He would just bitch about it. He really didn't do anything about it. And this GM here made sure that was first and foremost the number one thing that they hit on head on. Changing the culture. Changing the culture. I don't know what he said to some of these players, but they woke up. We seen Okposo wake up last year. Gergensons was really all in. I mean, there was guys, the veterans were all in. Jack left, which was a good thing, wasn't a bad thing. And then you could see there was a culture change last year. You could clearly see it. The way they were coming down the hall, joking with each other, it wasn't like that before. Just wasn't. Things changed. And they continue to evolve, because when's the last time we can say we scored like 6 goals in a period? Like, when is the last time we can actually say something like that? We can't, and this young squad is starting to mature right in front of our eyes. They are. When we can rout a team the way we beat Columbus, it's proof that stay patient, stay the course, stay calm. Fans, please, I'm sure that Adams is seeing the progress. If we're seeing it, they're seeing it. But what I'd love to know, I'd love to be a fly on the wall and see what they see behind the scenes with stuff, what they hear, good and bad, what they hear about the dressing room. I'd love to know all that stuff, But I guess we never will. We'll just have to speculate as fans. It's what we do. We pull the Columbo technique. So if I'm going to round it out, okay? And I want to just break down, because you put a few things in there. Tremendous night. Yeah, well, it was a special night. I believe we have reasons to be encouraged. You said reasons, not reason, a reason. You said reasons. Yes, absolutely. There's many reasons. These guys, they have this brotherhood about them. We didn't have that before. We just didn't. We could pretend if we want. We didn't have that. We had so many mistakes. We were signing so many of the wrong players. Whereas now we don't really sign anybody. We just don't. We're letting the kids grow together, And ownership might have the right management. So I can see, you're being cautious there, talking about it. I agree with that. We got to be cautious as fans. But at the same time, I think we have enough proof that we know we're on the right track now. We do. But we're Sabres fans. We're fed up. We're fed up losing. We're fed up waiting. We're fed up of broken promises, so to say, right? Do we have it inside of us to give this franchise just a little more time? We're not going to have much choice, which sucks for most of us. We're going to have to be patient and play it out, because I do believe on the horizon, good times are coming for this franchise, and we're all going to have fun times in the future. I really do believe it. It's a good topic, Audrey. All right, folks, I shall see you in the next video.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to ensure Dimension access.